Yes, please. Hello, we are live. Well, almost live. Almost. Hello, is there anyone there? Can you hear me? Hello, hi. I'm just getting set up so that I can see your comments. So just bear with me a moment. And I'm just plugging myself in so that I don't run out of charge while we're on air. So bear with. I think I'm going to have to mute my sound on here as well. Hello everyone, I can see lots of people joining us, which is fabulous. You're not looking at anything exciting at the moment, are you? Let's put something out there that you can have a look at. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. I hope everyone's well and thank you for joining us. So tonight we are just going to be talking about the new release, as you know. So thank you for joining us. So I'll just have a quick look. Hello Jess, hi Lindsay, Natalie, Janet's with us. Hi Amy, you've made it for the beginning. Lucy's here. Hello Lucy. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. We've been really looking forward to sharing it with you. Sarah's here. Hello Shabnese. Hi Julie. Hi Vicky. Oh, you were watching last week thinking it was this week. Hi, Michelle, the first live, bless you. So we're not doing a card making tutorial this time, Michelle, but normally we do. But obviously we're going to show you the new release today. Hi, Simon. Hi, Judith. Hi, Claire. How are you? And hi, Jasmine. Right then. So we've got a full house pretty much. So Ant's going to be with us in a second and he's going to be helping me with some of your comments shortly. He's just finishing his tea, bless him. We've had a very, very busy day. I've been working him hard because we've had a lot to do to get everything prepared for the new release. Alison says that you're going to have to go shopping. Am I going to have to go shopping again? You might do. I can't say that you won't. Hi Claire. Amy says, oh my, I literally love it. Oh bless you. Thank you so much. So okay, like I said, we have been working really hard to prepare for this, and we're so excited to share it with you because it feels like I've this one's been in the planning for just forever. So, and I've been dying to sneak some of it to you. So I really hope you like it. We're calling this our mini release because most of the stamp sets are mini. So yes. So that does mean obviously that they're a little bit more affordable in price. So while you may still have to, go shopping, hopefully it'll be a little bit more manageable for you. Because we're going to have a much bigger release next month. So where shall I begin?
At the start.
At the start. Where is the start now?
Good evening, all you crazy cats and kittens.
So Anthony is now with us, so we may now proceed. So I think I'm going to start with the stamps because stamps are the start of most projects, aren't they? If we know what image we're going to use, then we can work on the rest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Oh, Anthony's destroying the set here.
What's happened there?
So I've got you notice there a little bit of the lighting came into shot there for a second. So yeah, so Ant tried to take me out there with our large studio lamp.
Many apologies for that.
Lindsay says hello, even though you did just try and kill me.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Stop it with that again.
I can see.
Right, okay, stamps. So, we all love a critter stamp, and you've seen some of the sneak peeks, but I don't think you've seen them all. So, I'm going to start with this little chap. This is our You Bake My Day stamp set. So I'm going to bring that a little bit closer. I think you can probably see it quite well anyway.
Oh, I love it.
Yay, so cute.
It's a little mice.
So carrying on the little mousy theme that we had going in a previous release, I had a lot of images that I couldn't fit onto the stamp set that were the first set that was released, and I really loved this idea and this concept. So you've got an A7 size stamp set. So the normal stamp sets that we release are A6 in size. So I'm going to try and see if I can find you one to compare the sizes. So this is the usual size, which is one of our little elephants that we used last week. So the A7 is half the size of that usual stamp set. So so it's half the size, but the images are the same size as the images that you would have had in the original set. So I don't know if I've got him to hand.
As you can see as well, although it is half the size being A7, there's still a lot of stamps.
There's a lot of stamps on there.
Jo's used absolutely every possible millimetre.
Yeah, I literally have squeezed it all on there. So this is the original Baked with Love stamp set that you will have seen, and then this is the Bake My Day. So they coordinate perfectly well together. You've got another little mouse to add to your little family, but you also get these additional little accessories. So the oven is the thing that is so cool.
Tell them about the oven.
So the oven comes with a coordinating die, and the die cuts out the around the door so that the door opens. So I'll show you a sample of that, but it's so cool. You also cut out around the paws of your little mouse as well, so the mouse can hold things. So he can hold his cupcake, he can hold his little icing sugar shaker, but he could also hold things from the other stamp set, so the little cheese, the rolling pin. So you can and the spoon. You can really put them all together. So in the stamp set, like I was saying, it is jam-packed with images. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 10 actual images, and then you've also got 4 sentiments as well. So there's so much in just a tiny little stamp set. For the smaller stamp sets that we've done previously, we've never done coordinating dies before, but I've done that this time because a lot of people said how much they wanted the coordinating dies. So we've committed as much as we can to do coordinating dies. So that means for all these smaller elements, you are going to have a coordinating die, and you can build your little cupcake. So it's got a little plate for your little pie to sit on, or your little cupcake. Your pie fits perfectly in your oven little space there, but you've got a little dollop of cream to sit on the top of your cupcake, and a little tiny cherry as well. So everything, and you can have a bun in the oven, says Sharon. You can have a bun in the oven. So yeah, so it's really cool set. Lots to go with it. This little dotty heart is really nice. It emulates the sprinkles that you would get with your icing sugar, which is why I added that in there. But you can use that as well to create a nice little background for your image as well. It also goes really well with the new stencils that I'll show you in a bit. So loads in that, just in that one stamp set. Loads of stuff to play with, and like I say, it coordinates perfectly. The little image is the same size as your previous one, so it all works really well together. So I'll show you some examples.
Julie Hutchins says, awesome, so adorable and complimentary to the Baked with Love set.
Yeah, so it works so well, and like I said, well, it does because I designed it at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I say, I had to make some choices. Unfortunately they didn't make the first cut, but I couldn't, they were too cute to just not do something with. So particularly the oven was like just the thing that I needed in my life. So I've got some examples to show you. So this one is from Sharon, and she's used the little element that cuts out the little door, and she's got a little pie in there as well, and she's popped the little cupcake in the little mouse's hands with the little chef's hat. And then for the little dotty heart that I mentioned, that's got some, I think it's some glaze over the top. I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see the shine on that, but it looks really, really cool. And it's made, she's basically made her own embellishment using it, which I think is really cool idea. She's also used our brick wall stencil in the background and used that as an, she's embossed it. So she's popped it through her die cutting machine and used it as an embossing folder, which has given it some real texture. So again, I don't know if that comes across, but it's such a cool idea.
Well, the brick stencil's been used for the whole card, but you can see in this circle that Sharon's actually spaced the bricks out. She's
stenciled, just done a regular stencil on the middle bit,
yeah,
and then embossed it over
embossed on the back.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Yeah.
That's what you meant. Jenny Orchard says, "Hi everyone, I'm a complete newbie to Time for Tea. Hello, welcome." And who's Fiona? I didn't see a Fiona join us. Hello, Fiona, if you're there. So this one is really, really cute. So this one is Vicky's done this one. So again, we've got our little mouse with his little paws cut there so that he's holding on to his chef's hat, and he's also holding on to his cupcake. And then the cupcakes have been used as decoration with the icing sugar shakers. But you can see here where the little door's being cut out, Vicky's put some vellum behind each of the doors. So that you can just see the pie through it. I just love that idea. It's really cool.
It's like it's cooking, so like the door's steamed up.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine that it's a nice big like cherry pie.
Is that what you're imagining?
Yeah, so serve it with some custard.
With some custard, yeah. It's got to be custard. And these little shaker elements that she's added to it, which are super cute, are from a new die set. So I'll show you that in a mo. And then this is one that I've made as a sample, and again I've just stacked up my little cupcake in the middle, got my little mouse holding on to his icing sugar shaker. I've popped him on an action wobbler, which is too cute. And then you've also got the interactive element of the oven as well. So the oven door opens and there's a pie inside, and I've just used a bit of blue vellum to create my the back of my door there. So that one just stenciled the background with the Starry Heart stencil as well. So it's just, and then just drawn some lines around the outside, and just a really simple card, but because it's got the two interactive elements to it, it's just made it completely different. So some cute examples there. So that's our first one.
Simon says, "Love these. You're cooking on gas."
Thank you so much, Simon.
Simon got a joke for you anyway from today.
Oh yeah, we found a joke for you.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
Yeah, that's it.
An investigator. Hey. Oh, I think it was, what job does an alligator wear? I don't know. Something about an alligator.
Oh, you've ruined it now.
Yeah.
Jenny says, "These are lovely. I'm looking forward to having my purchase in the post so I can show everyone what I've done." Yes, fantastic. So, the next one. Again, we've got coordinating dies with this set, and this one is one that I think is really apt for the moment. It's our big hugs, because I think a lot of us, although some of the lockdown restrictions are easing, we're still missing people and wanting to send some virtual hugs to people, I think. So that's when I was designing this, that's what I had in mind. These little characters here are interchangeable. I was thinking of guinea pigs when I created them, but I also think that they could be hamsters, they could be gerbils, any kind of little cute cuddly little rodent. I think they could be, but they don't have tails. So gerbils don't have tails, do they? Hamsters don't. Well, they have little tiny ones.
Yeah, well, it's behind them, so you can't see it. Anyway, it could be
True.
a beaver.
Couldn't, well, no. I think he's a guinea pig.
Right.
Anyway, you can make them whatever you desire.
Exactly.
But they've got loads of fabulous sentiments with them. So again, loads of stamps in this set, and you'll be able to use these sentiments with your other images as well. So you've got thank you, thinking of you, sending big hugs, hi, hello. You can mix the thank you with for all you do, so you can say thank you for all you do, and I've missed you. And then there's several little hearts, which you've got a coordinating die for, so you can cut all of those out in one pass, which is great. You've got a little hashtag and the XOXO. So loads of things there to be able to make some really nice, quick and simple cards.
Yeah.
And Alicia agrees with you. She says the tails are behind them.
Yes. Can I just say that I actually had to tell Jo what XOXO meant?
Yes, you did.
She didn't
I've
realise
missed
that
one
it
of
actually
the-
meant hugs and kisses.
I've missed one of the samples. This one's from Natalie, so I'll show you this quickly. This is again the You Bake My Day, and again this is one of the frames from a different set. So I'll show you that shortly. But I didn't want to not show that because that's a really pretty card as well. And she's used the Dotty Hearts cover plate die in the background.
Julie says, super cute, love the fact that they're cuddling. I could do with a cuddle. Wow.
Oh, bless you. Well, that's it, you see. We could all use a cuddle, couldn't we? And there's plenty of people that I think we know could do with a little bit of a huddle. So it's going to be a little...
Huddle.
A huddle, a cuddle, a hug and a cuddle. That's a cross between a hug and a cuddle.
If you did a few of them all together, they would
there
be
would be a
huddling.
huddle, yeah. But yes, you're basically sending a hug in an envelope, aren't you? So so we've got a few examples here. So this one's one of mine with the stencil background, a new stencil that I'll show you, and some new background stamps that I'll show you shortly as well. We've got our Circle of Love, one of our dies used there, and then the enamel dots. Really simple card, a little hi and I've missed you, just really nice to send to someone. Again, this one's super simple and really, really effective. This one is Katrina's done this one. So she's used one of our background stamps that I'll show you shortly, and then the sentiment thank you and XOXO, and then just our little cuddling critters in the front. And then this one is also from Katrina. She's used one of the new dies in the background, the Hooray cover plate die for her panel, and then the brick stencil in the background with the sentiment I missed you. So really simple, nice and clean cards, really quick to make. So I think that the thing that I think is, although the stamps are smaller inside them, that you can really make some beautiful and simple cards with them, but they're so effective. There's another, in fact I'll show you that one shortly.
Can I ask about the one that Katrina...
Go on.
You know, the stripy background that Katrina's done,
Yes.
you know, in the different colours. How has she done that?
I'll talk about that shortly when I come to the stamp, okay?
Okay then, yes,
That's a very good question.
I shall await.
It's a very good question, but just bear with me please, sir.
No problem.
As I talk about our cute little bees, so how amazing are these bees? So again, loads packed into this set, and all the coordinating dies to cut out all of these elements. Again, small images that make a big impact. So you're going to be able to make some really cool backgrounds with these little stamps that you've got here with the hexagons. So you've got the solid shape hexagons, but you've also got some with some little hearts in there. You've got your clouds. You've got a string of hearts here. And then you've got some really cool sentiments. So buzzing for you and buzzing about your news. Really great little sentiments to then be able to send to people who are celebrating. And then the little bees, which are just adorable.
And they're really simple to colour in
cute.
them as well, aren't they? Because they're,
So
they're
easy.
tiny, so you literally could
So
just
easy
blast
to
a
do.
bit of yellow and orange on them.
That's
Boom.
it, and jobs are good un, as
Even
I
I
would
could do
say.
that.
So I only have one example of the bees.
What?
I know. So, and it's one that I've made, and it does show some other products as well. So I will talk about those shortly. So, oh, I've just bent him a little bit.
I'm buzzing for you.
Buzzing about your news. So this is a big card. It doesn't barely even fit on my screen there. So this is a slimline card. It's a UK DL size card, which is slightly bigger than the US slimline card sizes. And I've filled this whole card. So, some of the flowers I've used are from a different stamp set, but we've got the clouds and we've got the little bees there, and then we've got the buzzing about your news. So that, you know, is made a really, really gorgeous card. We've got some shaker elements which are using some dies from the new release as well. I think this is probably one of my favourite cards that I've made for a while. So yeah, I loved how this one turned out, and the background has been made with the new stamp as well that's in the release. So that's your little bees.
I'd be buzzing if I received that.
Well, that's it. You could just say, you know, buzzing. You know, you can mix and match that with some of your sentiments from the other sets. You know,
that's what Julie said. You can combine the bees with the previous set, buzzing for some hugging.
That's it. You know, you can really mix and match them all. So so they are, you know, really, really versatile. So the last critter one that we've got is the little owl, and again the owl is so cute. So he's upside down in the actual packaging for some reason, bless him. But yes, so you've got your coordinating dies, and they'll cut out your little fat owl who's really, really cute. These are the little flowers that you saw on the previous card example, and then you've got the little branch for him to sit on, and then you've got some really cool sentiments as well. So you've got thanks for owl you do. Nice little pun there. Don't forget to be owlsome, which is the name of the stamp set. Be owlsome, and I'll be here for you. So again, some really nice. Oh, and have a hoot. I forgot that one as well.
Have a hoot.
Have a hoot, and that is a curved sentiment. So again, will fit around the top of your little owl's head if you want to position it there as well. So lots of really nice elements to it. Some really nice sentiments that will be suitable for lots of different occasions. And yeah, owls are just a really, really fun critter to have. And I've got quite a few examples of this, and actually this one does have the bees on it as well, and it's got all our other critters on it. So this one's a really good one to show how they all work so well together. This is one of Vicky's. I love this. So she's used the flower burst stencil in the background, which I think is a really cool idea. A sky is these lovely pink flowers, and then she's used a little owl at the top. The bees are buzzing in the middle. She's used the I've missed you sentiment that's from the Big Hugs stamp set, and then she's used the little mouse from the Bake My Day, and then the Big Hugs gerbils / hamsters / whatever you want them to be in the bottom. So again, another big card that's being filled with all of these critters, and they all work perfectly well together, don't they? They all go so well. So I love that. That's really, really cool. Some of the other examples that we've got have a hoot with our Tropic Like It's Hot stencil in the background, and then this is one of the new dies that's been used in the background there, which I'll show you shortly. And that one must be from Natalie, because it's got no name on it. I think she's the only one who didn't put a name on. This one's one of Vicky's again, with 3 of the little owls, because again you can use as many of them as you want on the front of your card. And she's used the Seen It stencil to make her background, and then a little bit of heat embossing for the Don't Forget to Be Owlsome.
I really like the colours on that one. It just shows
So
you that
cool,
you can actually colour an owl, you know, not like a normal owl, like brown or
Yeah,
grey
that's
or
it.
whatever.
This one,
Really
again,
interactive.
is one of Vicky's, and she's gone to town with it again and put all of the critters on there. And again, this is a die that's coming up, so I'll show you that in a bit more detail.
Mama says it's not mine. So
oh, is it not? So
whoever's
somebody
that is
else
then
has not put
please
their
own
name
them.
on. Yes, please shout up because it's beautiful. I wondered if it might be Catherine's, but she does normally put a name on them. And this one's one of mine. So this is two of the Circle of Love dies in the background, and I've used one of the new background stamps to create my sky. And then my little owl in the front, and I've put some glossy accents on his eyes, so he's got shiny eyes, which I thought was quite cute. And then this one, I think this is Catherine's actually, I'm going to say, and I don't think she's watching tonight to be able to verify, but look at this is so cool.
It's Catherine's little boy's birthday, so happy birthday to Catherine's little boy.
I think that's why she's not able to watch. So because obviously
Look at that.
little boy's birthdays come
Look at
first.
that.
But yeah, this is so cool. So what she's done, she's used one of our slider dies, but instead of using it as a penny slider, she's made this little tag so that she can make our little owl move, which is really cool. And again, this is a new sentiment die that's coming up. So that's the owl, who is super, super cute.
Sharon's right, Sharon Nettleship, she says there's lots of sneak peek samples on the Time for Tea Instagram.
Lots and
All you need to do
lots.
is go to your Instagram, search for Time for Tea Designs, and guess what? You'll find Time for Tea Designs.
You will find Time for Tea Designs.
We've got over 2,500 followers now. Wow!
Yay!
Check us out.
So the next image...
We have to wear disguises when we go outside.
Yeah, because they might recognise my hands, they'll not recognise my face.
That's true.
Which is a good job, really. So, the last
Shani
kind
says, so I need the whole release again.
Sorry, hon. So, the last kind of image, I suppose, stamp is one that's a little bit different for me. I don't often do flowers. I quite like to draw flowers, and I don't often make cards with flowers on. But sometimes you might need to send a card to someone where a little cute critter isn't appropriate. You know, there are times that we all have to send. You want to send some love to someone, but it's a bit more of a serious occasion, and a little mouse or a little owl's probably not going to be the right image. So sometimes a flower can be a little bit more, perhaps a little bit more serious and a bit more grown up, but can still be very, very attractive. So this is our Thinking of You Lily. I've had this design for a long time, and I was waiting for the right time to release it, and I felt that this was a good time, because what else can you put with it apart from some really beautiful messages? So we've got sorry for your loss, missing you, a hi or a hello, sending hugs, and thinking of you. So again, it is for perhaps one of those more serious type cards, but again, you can team it up with some of your critters if you want to make something that's a little bit more fun. And I know there is an example. I haven't got an example with me, but there is an example of where one of the team has done that and teamed it up with some of the bees. I think it was Shabnese actually who shared that today or yesterday. So do look out for that. But this makes for such a beautiful card, especially when you team it up with some of the background stamps that are coming up. So this, I mean, it's a really simple image to colour. You can use whatever colours you like with the colour scheme that you're going for. But I think it just makes a really nice focal point.
It was Shabnese.
It was Shabnese. I thought it was. It's a beautiful card. So that's the new stamp in the background. Just use the Thinking of You. Used our quilted nesting square nesting dies for the background panel, and then just that image. That's all it needs. Really, really gorgeous. And then this is one that I made using one of the new stencils in the background, the Thinking of You sentiment. One of the new stamps across, has created a little banner across the middle, and again one of our nesting dies in the background, and that image. And I've just coloured that in so simply with a really pale yellow Copic marker and then some green, and that was all it needed. And I've just added some gold stickles, I think they are, to the little stamen, and that's again just created a really effective beautiful card. So there you go. So that's again, it's just lots of lovely. So you've got a really nice big image, and you can see there that fills a square card, which I think that is a 5x5 card blank, and an A6 card blank. So again, small set but big impact.
Yeah, Lindsay says perfect sentiments for that image.
Yes, I think they really are. So these three stamps again are very different for us. These are some graphic background type stamps, which when I designed them I was thinking about, you know, some of the elements that I really look for when I'm putting cards together, that I think, oh, I wish I'd got a stamp that did that, or I wish I'd got something that did that, and that's where these have really come from. So I've shown you some examples of these already. So this one is the Squiggly Giggly, and it is just some really cool squiggles. And these can be used for a number of different things, really. I've used them to create some like silver-lined clouds in my night sky. You could, and that's silver embossing powder. You could use some white embossing powder on a paler blue and make those clouds for during the day. You could also turn them upside down and make them into waves. So you could use them with your mermaids and so on, so that you're making you know, some really nice nice patterns. But this I did use them with the buzzing about your news card in my background, and I just did them you know, tone on tone, basically, blue on top of blue. And that just created a really nice effect as well. It's just a really nice subtle patterned background. So if basically you're creating your own custom made or custom coloured patterned paper, because you can do it whatever colour you want, and you're making your own patterns. So that one would be really, really useful. It's the perfect size to go across your DL cards as well. So, and again, like we said, because it is half the size of an A6 card, it also goes halfway across your A6 card blank. So again, really, really, really versatile.
It's as though you planned it.
It is.
Emma Gould says, I am obsessed with those background stamps.
They're very, very cool. So the stripes, so Ant asked a very, very good question about the stripes, didn't you? So this was an example of where we used, oh, I'm losing all my cards, hang on. There they go. So this is an example of where the whole stamp has been used for the background of our little gerbil / hamsters. And what I believe Katrina has done is that she's used 2 different shades of blue to apply her ink to the back of the stamp. So she's created this ombre effect just by applying different inks onto a stamp and then just stamping that straight onto a background. So simple, so easy, but really, really effective. So you could use, if you've got some of the smaller ink pads, you can actually create some stripes of colour within your stripes and make a, you know, a really nice ombre effect.
It's like creating a blended background without actually doing any
blending. Without actually doing any blending. And this is where it's been used the other way, just in black, to create this really nice graphic background. So just put some distress inks or some inks onto the white cardstock and then stamped the black over the top. And the fact that it's not being stamped perfectly, that there's some broken areas actually just adds to that textured effect and just a bit of a weathered kind of a look to the background, which really works.
It's like a bit of rain's hit it or something like
yeah,
that.
it's just it just has that weathered look to
It's
it.
like that card I got today from Postman that were absolutely
yeah, that was wet through.
Bless him, it was chucking it down.
It was horrendous. So, and then the last one is the washi tape or washi strips. So these have been designed a little bit like strips of washi tape. So the two larger ones here have got like a little what's the word I'm looking for? It's like when you rip tape off your
like a
tape dispenser.
Like a torn effect.
Yeah, so it's just got that little torn effect at one end, so that you can make it look like you've used real washi tape. And you can do these in any colours that you want. So again, you're making your own washi tape. So I've used it here to create just use this one here to create the black and white. But I also used it here and doubled it up in pink. So I've got double the width. And then I did see somebody else use one, and what did I do with it? Put it somewhere else.
Sharon says the washi stripes are really useful.
They're so useful. I felt like I had another example, but maybe
Jenny
I lied.
loves the names of the images. Lucy says, I love the owl. He really is owlsome.
He is owlsome, isn't he? He's so cute.
Julie says, oh, waves and clouds definitely a need then in response to the
yes,
the
waves
stamp.
and clouds. This is, you know, they're a fun, quirky background, but again, they've got a practical application as well. So you can also obviously use this as a border, an edge to your project, and also then you've just got some random spots, so you can do those whatever colour you want, but they're in a stripe, so that means that you can layer them up. And I really want to do this one here, this solid block, in different rainbow colours, side by side, and I just think that would make for a really cute background, especially with the little torn edge, and do them at different heights. It'll look really cool. So so you'll get loads out of these. These are your kind of your practical but beautiful ones. They don't come with coordinating dies because you don't need them. They are going to go probably straight onto your background, but the strip ones are easy to cut with your trimmer. So so there you go. So those are those. Those are those. And now we've got the standalone dies. So we've got 3 dies, and again these are following through with our mini theme. So the first set that I'm going to show you are the mini frame and banner dies, and they are scalloped frames as well, which is extra fabulous. See where I've got some more examples of these, because I've shown you my example, but that might be the only example I've got at the moment. Like I say, a lot of them are on the website because the guys didn't have a lot of time to send them to me, what with post being the way that it is. So so this is the only example I've got at the moment. So you can see here that I've used each of the squares as my shaker elements, but you could do exactly the same with the round scallop. And you can also cut out this little heart and this little star. And I do feel like somebody had used the heart on one of the cards, but I can't find it at this moment in time, so I do apologise for that. So you can use these as decorative elements, cut them out of your coloured cardstock. You can have them, you could also cut them out and use them as apertures as well, and layer those up. And then you've also got your banner die, which is super useful. As we all know, we need banners for all of our sentiments. This has been sized perfectly to fit with the majority of the sentiments that we have in the set. So I tend to try and keep them all a similar size so that they work across all of the sets. So, and I've just used that one here, but snipped off the end and it fits that about your news from the buzzing 4-use set.
That's it. You don't have to use the full banner, do you? So you've got both ends. You can just, you know, snip it where you need to.
That's it. Make it as long as you need it to be. But I've made it a good length, just so that you can use it for some of the longer sentiments as well.
Plenty
as
of
the
length on it.
Yes. And what I would suggest with it, don't try and line it up over the sentiment that you've already stamped. Cut out your banner first. Pop it in your stamping platform with a bit of tape, and then stamp your sentiment on top. And then you'll know that you've got it to fit in perfectly.
Simon says that round one is crying out to be made into a jammy dodger.
Oh yeah, what a good idea! That is a really, really cool idea. And they've both got this little dotted stitching as well, which is a really nice extra element. So again, a small set, but one that I think you will use an awful lot. And again, these are the perfect size for the new craze in slimline cards. So they're the perfect size to fit 3 of them down the middle of those cards. So again, they were designed with that use in mind.
You could almost use them as like windows with the characters behind them.
Yeah,
or
that's
something
it.
Like
you can pop your little characters behind them and all sorts.
I mean, the shaker's a good idea. You know,
yeah,
three mini shakers.
Such a good idea. But you can just use them, like you say, flat and have them with your characters peeking out, and yeah, really cool ideas. This one here can be used as a tag. As well as a focal point for your card, and again with the theme of I suppose sending hugs and kisses to loved ones. It's a little scalloped heart with a frame, and then the XOXO. So this is some examples of how this is being used, where we've used the frame and then the background scallop and then the centerpiece that's been cut out to make this lovely backdrop, and I think that's a really, really nice. And this is the scattered hearts that's been used in the background with some glitter paste, like cosmic shimmer paste in the background, which has made this lovely textured glittery background for our little gerbils that are in love. And I think that would make a really nice like engagement card or a wedding card. It's got the XOXO in the bottom corner. It's just really, really pretty. That I really love that idea. And that, so sorry, I think that one might be Catherine as well, who didn't put a name on. And this one's Katrina, who's used a similar effect. So she's used the frame and then the bit that's cut out of the middle, the heart that's cut out of the middle, to make a happy anniversary card. So this has come from the Say Anything stamp set, the sentiment, but obviously you can use any sentiments that you've got. You could use one of the sentiments with one of the other sets. And then the square nesting dies. So that's just such a simple card, but I think for an anniversary that'd be really, really, really beautiful. So yeah, so that's another way of using it.
Who's done that one?
That one's Katrina.
Katrina, I like that one. Sometimes, you know, it's very easy when you're making cards to get carried away and stick as much on there. But sometimes the most effective ones are
they're just the really simple ones, aren't they? So.
Get straight to the point.
This is another really cool way of using them. So in this example we've used the frames as shaker dies again. So the centre one has got the acetate and all the little XOs from our previous cover plate die, which was the XOXO cover plate die, where all of the little X's and O's cut out of the cover plate. They've been used as shaker elements, so that works really, really well with this set. And I'm just going to see if I can grab it. Here it is, the one that I'm talking about. So this is the cover plate die from a previous release. So these work so well together. So these little XOs are used in that shaker card, and then these ones have been raised up but don't have the acetate, and then the XOXO was I think I've got that upside down. I thought I'd got that upside down, but I think the XOs have been done the wrong way around, but we won't mention that. But
hugs and kisses, isn't it?
Yeah, instead of kisses and hugs. Kisses and hugs. So so yeah, but super cool idea, and I love the choice of colours. Really nice pastel-y shades there being used. So that's that one, and then I did have another one here. So this one's really sweet. This one's Sharon's done this one as well. She stenciled her background with the scattered hearts and then used the little heart that comes from this set here, I think. Is that one a bit small? Yeah, that's that one. With the hugs, and then the XOXO again. And she's double layered those. So when it was designed, the frame is meant to sit in the middle of your scalloped heart, so that you can create almost a tag effect. And then obviously you have the XOXO, and it's a little bit like the Love Heart sweets that you might get. Someone else has used it in the background of one of their cards, I believe. Yeah, this was the one that I wanted to show you as well, where we've used the aperture and the frame to create some more shaker elements. So again, that's another really cool way of using it. So loads of different ideas. Everybody's, you know, I just love seeing how everybody does something different with all of the different dyes and things, because there are always so many different options.
Sharon says, what is it with me? I like hugs before kisses.
Well, that's the right way to do it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know? Don't go straight in for the kisses. So, and then the last die is our thank you die, and this is a really nice, big, bold sentiment. But again, it's a mini die set, which is, I know that seems backward, but you know what I mean. Really, really cool font being used, and this is what you get when it's cut out. So I've used one of the new stencils in the background for this, our square nesting dies, and then just laid this over some textured vellum, just in black, and it's just created a really cool, bold, effective card, and probably one that may be a bit more masculine, because again, there's no critters on there.
And it's black.
And it's black and it's graphic. But in contrast, you can do what Vic's done, or pastel shades. And again, she's used hers rather than in a central layout. She's offset it so that it fills the front of her card beautifully, and it just makes a really nice focal point. And I think I did have another one here somewhere.
It's like a dusky evening, that, isn't it? You know, it's got
so
the big moon,
cool.
in, the
moon in the
background.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The owl's up in his tree, and the hamsters are just hugging in the grass.
I love all the different scenes that people make. Oh, that was it. I did show it you before. I knew there was another one. And this one we used some inks to create some like a splattered textured effect with the little owl, which I can't resist just doing that with this little owl. So yeah, so again, made a really nice focal point, but doesn't take anything away from the little owl. So again, completely different ways of using it there. Completely different, but all of them really, really effective. So this thank you, I think, again, will be one that you will turn to time and time again, definitely. So that's all the stamps and dies, and then the last thing to show you are the new stencils.
I know you have called this a mini release, but you know, so
There's
far
still
we've had
so many things in
we've had
it.
4 stamp and dies cowards, then you've got the standalone dies, you've got
standalone stamps.
Standalone stamps as well.
And then
so now we've got stencils.
And now
so
we've got stencils.
Actually, it's not really a mini release, it's just that the sizes are a bit smaller.
Yeah, the sizes are a bit smaller, but there's still plenty of products and plenty of stuff that you can do with them, plenty of different ideas. So the stencils are all quite, I suppose, geometric in flavour, if that makes sense. So we've got 2 triangle based ones, and then the step ladder. So the step ladder one, which I'll show you first.
Jenny says, I'm loving what I'm seeing tonight. Inspiration.
Yay. I'm so
I won't be
pleased.
able to sleep tonight.
Oh, and do you know what? I know that feeling when you're so excited about your ideas and the things that you've seen that you can't sleep for thinking about them.
I know that feeling.
I've been like it all week, to be honest. My head is full of different things that are going on at the moment.
Amy says the thank you is such a great size, and I love the font too.
It is really, really good. And I know one of the design team said we could do with a full alphabet set with that font, which I'm going to look into.
Yeah. Just before you go on.
Go ahead.
But wait, there's
more. But wait, there's more.
Simon says, love the thank you, especially as it really suits a square card, which are my favourite.
It does
I can't
really
make
very
out
much
what
go
that
that.
emoji is at the end there.
What? Oh no, I can't actually.
It looks like white clouds or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like a whirlwind or a tornado, maybe. I'm not sure.
Lindsay says,
Yeah,
I'm going to be skint this month. I need to save for next. Alison says, that was me last week. Straight to shopping, then waiting. Now lots of crafting.
Crafting, that's it. When it all comes, it's amazing, isn't it?
Sharon calls it a whopping release.
A whopping release.
And Simon and Shani have asked if we can set up direct
debits. Oh dear. You should do like a craft club, shouldn't you, or something like that.
Like Littlewoods or something.
Yeah, where you pay monthly, like a monthly subscription, don't you? You get your club kit every month.
Club kit.
So stepladder. So as it is basically stepped lines. So they are in a pattern that goes kind of like this. So hopefully
Stepladder
you can
does
see
sound
that.
better than stepped lines.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I went for stepladder. And this is how I've used it in the background here. So I've used some of my distress inks, different colours to create a kind of an ombre effect. I've let it, just wash out towards the bottom and the top, so that again you've got that kind of distressed muted look in the background, so it's not detracting from this lovely image in the front, but it's created a really nice bit of warmth and colour in the background, which is just what this this project needed. So I think you'll find that is a really useful background for a lot of your images and a lot of your projects, because it's not going to take anything away, but gives you that little bit of colour. You can also use bits of it as well. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can use bits of it if you just want a few lines in the background of something. I'm
thinking, if you make like a square card, and you just do half of it, but you do it as like a rocket, like a triangle pointing upwards.
Yeah. And then, well, that's it. The thing is, you can use this with our masking stencils and mask off a part of it. So again, you're not using all of it. So the small heart or the small square will actually pretty much cover all of those lines, so that you've then got a nice lined background in that little square. So
I was thinking how difficult it would be if you just had, if they were all straight, you just had a straight line stencil, and to create that effect of going in like a zigzag, trying to do that line by line.
That would be a nightmare. So I've saved you that hassle.
There you go.
Tricky triangles. So this one is, again, it's just, these are another geometric pattern, but we've got parts of it that have been blocked out, so you will only see some of the triangles. You'll have some white space in the background, which I thought was a really effective look. So that's what I used in the background for this thank you. And again, I've used some distress inks in the background, splattered some water on the top to create that texture. And again, this is just a really nice a nice background, and I think it works very well for your masculine cards. Because of a geometric shape always works really well. But again, you can use more softer pastel colours with it and create a softer, more feminine background. So again, really, really versatile, and I think that will be one that's used a lot. And I really do favour geometric shapes for my stencils, which you probably realise, because a lot of my stencils are like that.
The white bits are almost like triangular Pac-Men.
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah, that is true. They are all just munching, aren't they? Yeah. Scattered triangles is the final one, and I need to find my little example of that. Which I think has our little bless you
Corona,
which has our little hamster / gerbils.
It's like an aerial shot of the Egyptian desert.
Oh.
Or the pyramids.
Yeah, the pyramids, yeah. I see what you're saying there. But again, this has got a huge variety of uses. So I've used it just as a gentle backdrop for this little image, and teaming it up with some of the black enamel dots has just made it, really pop. I've mixed my colours again. I've done the ombre effect with the distress inks, which is really effective. But you can just go for one block colour if you want, and again, it doesn't detract from anything that's in the foreground. So yeah, another really useful stencil, I think, that one.
Don't forget the little tiny triangles as well.
I was just about to say that, because I was just going to say, I don't know if you can see here at the top, there's these really tiny little triangles that are a part of the pattern, and I've just picked out some of those and given them a highlight of colour using one of the new I can't reach with my bad arm.
Small blender
With
brushes.
the small blender brush. So this brush has obviously been designed specifically to get into those little small nooks and crannies. With the larger brushes, even with the medium one, you would struggle just to highlight those little areas. You would end up with ink on the images around it. But with this, you can get right into those little areas, and there will be none of that contaminating any of the space around. So I've picked out these tiny little bits in pink amongst the yellow in the background, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't have the tiny little brush. That's just worth noting, that you could pick out those smaller ones and make them a contrasting colour if you wanted to.
I've just posted a link there to the small blender brush from our website, just so you know what I'm talking about.
You are very clever.
I'm alright, you know.
You are, you're
I've
not
got my
bad.
uses.
You have one or two.
Joe's been working me like an absolute dog this week.
Yeah, haven't I?
Yeah.
So that is the whole release. Oh, I'm throwing cards about now, look. So that is everything. What I need to let you know is that there is a free gift with purchases over £60 in the store, and it's valid until the end of the month. So even if you make a purchase now and then, one later, obviously you have to hit the £60. But the reason that what I've done is, you don't add anything, you don't have to add anything to the website. I will add it for you. When because obviously I'll see all your orders.
There you go. If you don't get one, it's Joe's fault.
Yeah, it will be my fault. But the reason that I haven't made it like an automatic thing where you add it into your cart is because it means you can't use it with any other discount code that you've got. And I know a lot of you use our design team's codes. And if you haven't already, do check out the Time for Tea Instagram page or the Facebook page, and check out the posts that have been made by the design team, because for the most part they will include their exclusive discount code, which will give you 10% off your order. So you have to have spent £60 with the discount, and not including your shipping. But once you've hit that point, then you will get a free gift. And your free gift, which I'm hoping I've got an example of here that I haven't already completely ruined and used. Here's one. Pretty much, I have used bits of it. So you're going to get our Rainbow Brights Essentials 6-inch, 6x6-inch paper pad. It's 24 sheets of double-sided paper, which is effectively, it's almost cardstock weight. It's really good weight. You can hear the flick there. And some really nice bright colours, some really cool patterns. You've got some stripes, you've got dots in all of the colours. So they're all double-sided. You've got some small hearts, you've got the grid lines, and these are perfect for making the mini gift boxes, which I know a lot of you have purchased. Because they're double-sided, then you will see the pattern on the inside and the outside of your gift box, so they're perfect for that, but also perfect for using with all of your stamps and images that we've got here.
Using the scallop dies, you know, it'd be perfect for that sort of thing, or you know, a big thank you cut out of a pattern that you like.
So that
you can just go straight with your dies on them, can't you?
There's an example of that here. So that's the that was the one example actually that I did have. Sorry, of the scalloped circle frame, and that's using the pink spotty paper, which I can't find now. Where's it?
Yeah, there we go.
That one. There you go. So that's used that. So yeah, you can use this to cut out your frames for the XOXO. That'll make a really nice backdrop for those. So you can mix and match it with your plain cardstocks. Paper is something that, you know, I think sometimes we forget to use because we've got all our stencils, we've got all, you know, all of those things. But if you use these with your dies and create your backgrounds with them, they're a great thing. They're a great addition to your stash. So it's worth. I think we sell this for $5.95. So it's a good freebie to have. So like I say, you don't need to do anything. I'll pop this in your order as soon as you hit that £60 limit. So, and we also do free shipping on orders over £60 as well. So
Lindsay says
more
brilliant.
to tempt you. Sorry, go on.
Lindsay says, brilliant gift. I have this pad and I love it.
Fab. So the other thing to think about as well is if you've already bought the pad and you do what I do, which is you buy it and then you never use it, getting one for free means that you will use at least one of them.
Yeah.
So you've got one that you can just look at and then one that you can use. So yeah, so because I'm terrible but I've got so many paper pads and I just, you know, I think, oh, that's too nice. I can't cut into that. But you should.
No, you'll have two.
So there you'll have
excuse.
two. So there you go. So that is it. Any questions before we leave you?
Jessica says, an amazing set of new releases.
Yay.
Joe, well done.
They're so cute, aren't they? I love them so much. And you know, thank you to the design team for putting all of these samples together for me at such short notice, like they always do. They're all amazing. So yeah, I have to give them a big shout out and a big thank you for all of the hard work.
You're the VIPs.
Yeah.
Claire says, can't wait to shop tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Jenny Orchard says, great gift. Sharon says, ooh, lovely. My Artsy Craftsy collection says, lovely release. Inspirational cards are just amazing.
Yay, thank you so much.
Annalisa says, who doesn't love a free gift?
Yep, exactly. And you also get a tea bag. I've noticed a couple of comments about the tea. They love the tea bags and a proper cuppa while you craft. Yeah, so you will get a free tea bag as well.
Jenny Orchard, who joined us for the first time tonight, says, I've really enjoyed watching tonight. Look forward to more. Thank you.
So Shani's got a question, and this is a very good question. Thank you, Shani, for prompting me, because I almost forgot to say this. So the whole of this release will be on our website from tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. But we are going to be on Create and Craft on Monday at 6 p.m. So, but we won't have the stamps. We will only have the dies, and the dies that we will be taking are the thank you die and the mini frame dies. We're also taking on the quilted square nesting dies and the hooray cover plate die, which is this one here, which also has the large hooray sentiment. We're also going to be showing the pandas, so we've got new stock of pandas and the hooray hamsters. So so that's what we will be taking with us on Monday. Some of you I know will have already seen some of those items, but if you are a Create and Craft Club member and you get in discount, then and you're looking for the thank you dies and the mini frame dies, so that's these guys here, and the thank you dies, then they will be on Create and Craft from Monday. But everything else will be in the shop tomorrow. at 9 o'clock. And also to look out for as well for tomorrow is that we have restocked our Distress Oxide ink. So I know a lot of you had been looking for some different shades within the Distress Oxides. I don't have the brand new shade yet. I'm working on that, the Speckled Egg. But I've restocked some of the others, and we've added some new colours to the collection as well. I've also added some Distress Oxide sprays, which are new. So we've got a good collection of the sprays, if any of you are interested in that. I'm going to try and do a demonstration with the sprays next week for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
sounds messy.
It's going to be messy. And we've also got some embossing inks back in stock, and some liquid pearls in stock. I think that was... and some stamp cleaner as well. So some of you like your tool type elements. So do check those out. They will all be in the new release section of the website tomorrow, along with the the new products.
Did you mention the Versified, which I think you use for your sentiments, don't you?
Did I get some more of that as well?
Versified, yeah. Memento Tuxedo.
So we've restocked the Memento, restocked the Versifine. So there's a few bits there that you might be looking for.
Some stickles.
Yeah, some more of the stickles. So all of those good bits that just good to, if you're looking for something extra just to top up your order, chuck some of them in, because they're always useful to have, aren't they? So that's what's new in. Create and Craft at 6 p.m. on Monday. I'm going to be frantically in between packing orders. I'm going to be preparing for the show and some inspiration for Monday. So do tune in and watch me nervously socially distancing from the presenter and showing you some hopefully some inspiring card demonstrations, and yeah, that's thank you so much all of you for sticking with us tonight and letting me share this new release, because I think it's really cute, really lots of really useful elements to it, and loads of things that I think you're going to enjoy playing with.
Yeah, we've had 30 or more pretty much on the call all evening, which is good.
Thank you so much, all of you, for watching.
Giving
up your Thursday evening for us, and we do appreciate it. And hopefully we're continuing to bring you things that you enjoy. Really excited about the future releases that are coming as well. So.
Yeah, got quite a few saying that they can't wait to get on our website in the morning. Yay. So we'll.
That'll
be busy over the weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, that's us going to be busy. Yay! Fab. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to leave you then with these images in mind. Go check out the website.
From 9 o'clock
tomorrow morning. Check out Instagram and for some inspiration and some more sneak peeks of what we've shown you today.
And also those discount codes.
And the discount codes, yeah. Grab one of those as well. And we'll, if we don't see you before, we'll definitely see you on Create and Craft on Monday, and then we'll be back here next week for another live at 8 o'clock. It is earlier now because we're not doing the clap for carers. So we have moved it back to our original slot of 8 o'clock.
We will post over the weekend the details of Create and Craft on Monday in case anybody forgets.
Yes, well, we will definitely.
So you can get your recorders ready.
Yeah, cool. Right, we'll see you all soon then, guys. Thank you so much.
See you later, Huns.
And take care. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bon voyage.